What is up, everybody? It is VR Pigeon here, and I thought that since I can't really do many discussion videos or I can't do anything like that on my computer, I thought I would update the deck again. Coming back to my gimmick puppets real quick, I had a request actually if I could put the list up of one of my older decks, and I thought since instead of giving him a list of an old deck that's out of date, I thought I would actually come back to it because I did take it to my locals again just to have some fun with, and even though it didn't do very well, I only played 2 duels anyways with it, so I didn't really have the best of a chance, and I went against Stellanite with Diamond, so none of my effects would even really work, and everything was banished, so I didn't really have much luck on that, but I do really like this deck. It does very well on WIGO Pro if I go against non-meta decks, really, but going against the meta, it's kind of too slow, so leave it up to yourself what you want to do, but here's my deck profile. So first off, we use 2 of Gear Changer. I only like it at 2 just because if you draw it, you can't really copy the levels of cannon or anything else, and drawing it too much can really hurt the deck, so I like it at 2. And then I use 2 of Scissor Arms. Scissor Arms helps get out the 2 Dreary Dolls to the grave. Dreary Doll, I don't like it at 3 just because you draw it too much, and I don't like it at 1 because you don't see it enough, and it's easier to banish, so I like it at 2 at least. Then after that, I use 3 of Magnedoll. Magnedoll is a level 8 target. It's very useful. Always gotta have a Magnedoll with a gimmick puppet deck. And then I use 2 of Gearspring Spirit. Another level 8 target. Turns any monster's attack to 0, so it can literally attack over anything as well. So it's never a bad target. And then onto the Machina monsters, because it's not pure gimmick. 3 of Gearframe. Gearframe could basically be free protection to any machine that includes anything even low attack, so always a useful card. And then I use 3 of Fortress. Fortress is a very useful card. It's easy to special summon from the grave as well, just in case you draw into level 8 with no discard like Dreary Doll. So keep Fortress. Then after that, I use 1 Megaform. Megaform is really good. I love Megaform. I would never ever say that it was a bad card. Everybody should look into using a Megaform if you don't already with a Gimmick Puppet Machina deck. So, yep. Then I use 1 cannon still. I like him just because he's still level 8, and you can ditch as many machines as you need to for him, so very useful card. And after that, I use 2 cardcar D. Cardcar D is free draw power, free machine for Fortress, just in case you need it, and just very useful in general. And then 2 scarecrow. Since there isn't many battle traps, I use the scarecrow to help protect my life points, and it's searchable with Geargiant X, so scarecrow is pretty helpful, and it's a free Fortress target, so next, we'll go on to the spells, and I use 3 of Junk Puppet. Junk Puppet's basically free Monster Reborn for gimmick puppets, and it is never a bad card to use. Then, since we are using the rank ups, we'll use 3 Argent Chaos Force and 1 Numberon Force. Numberon Force to negate stuff like Royal Decree or any continuous face-up cards or anything like Utopia or anything like that. Even Exciton Knight, you can negate it all, and then it's not till the end phase, so it's permanent. Then for draw power, we use triple Trade-in. Trade-in, very useful card just for easy draw power for the whole deck. 1 Dark World Dealings, just in case you have too many cards in your hand and you need to discard one, you need to get your spells and traps. Like, if you have too many monsters, a very useful card to use. 1 Advanced Draw. Basically, Dreary Doll is a free target for it, so it's never a bad idea to have it. Just if you have no hand, it's such a nice draw card. 1 DDR, just because if you banish something like Magnedoll for the Dreary Doll effect, and you need to get that Magnedoll back out to rank up, or to get into a rank, and then you can rank up from the Argent Chaos Force that might already be in the deck, DDR does it. 1 Foolish Burial, just to get Megaform or Dreary Doll to the grave. I kind of like to do Dreary Doll, but I usually will actually do Megaform, just because getting Megaform to the grave is a lot more useful. And then I use 1 Back to Square One. Back to Square One for a free discard. Removes Dante from the field so you don't blow it up. I really like it, and it removes a lot of threats. And then we use 1 Deck Devastation Virus and 1 Crush Card Virus. If you didn't notice, I don't really use Regeki or Dark Hole or anything like that. It's mainly because I have these 2, and then I have the rank up Dark Strings. So, I mean, there isn't really many reasons to do it. But against Necros, if you can see why, you know, this isn't very competitive against Necros, but that's, you know, that's Necros. Into the extra deck, I use triple of Strings. Strings is just a free Dark Hole if you get his effect off right. Very useful card, and it's obviously a gimmick, so you're going to need it. I use 2 of Grinder. I don't like him at 3 because it fills up the extra deck, and I don't know, I don't really make him that much anyways. And then I use 2 of Dark Strings. Dark Strings is by far the best card. Free burn damage, you get a free draw as well, 3,300 attack. I mean, he's just a god amongst monsters for Xyzes. So, and then after that, we use 1 Giant Hunter. There is only 3 targets for rank ups, even though I have 4 rank up cards. It's just so I can get to my rank up cards. And you don't really need these any higher than the 3, because if you do more, it takes up too much space, and I don't know, even though you're not really limited for space, I don't really like them too high, because you'll never see 3 Dark Strings, you'll never see 2 Giant Hunters. It's, you know, you only see this many, even if you're doing good. Then after that I use 1 felgrand. I don't really like to make him that much, but it is useful. It shuts off Gearspring Spirit's effect, special summon effect, so just look out for that. 1 Sun Dragon, same thing, just gets shut off, or shuts off Gear Spirit, so look out for that. 1 Alice High Protector, same thing. Very big butt, so very nice for defense, and you get free discards off your opponent, so kind of useful. 1 Googly Drum Dragon doesn't shut off Gearspring Spirit, and you get to attack for 4,000. So if you use Gearspring Spirit, decrease something's attack, and then you detach 1 from him, make him 4,000, you can attack over for 4k. Pretty strong. 1 Exciton Knight, moving on to the rank 4s. I still use them, but I just don't use them that much anymore. Still pretty nice. 1 Castel, just in case you ever need it, and then 1 geargiant. There isn't very much for the extra deck. It's just mainly the gimmick puppet monsters, which are the most important. But you know, that's all up to you. Don't really have much else. I don't have a side deck for the deck, just because, I mean, I sort of do. I have shoutouts to cards like Beast King Barbaros for free level 8 target if you normal summon him. 1 legendary Maju Garzette. Can basically make his attack way too strong if you already have stuff on your field. 1 Book of Moon, another deck Devastation Virus, and a Bottomless Trap Hole. I mean, that's what I used for my side deck at a locals. I didn't really have much for it, but I didn't really have high expectations. So, kind of make the side deck to your own accord, and that's about it, and I hope you guys like it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.